Live from the happiest place in the Lone Star State, welcome back to the Talking Mickey Project. TMP is your home for Disney fans of all abilities. Now, it's your host, Emma.
Hey everyone!
Hi everybody! I am Emma's co-pilot tonight.
Well,
She's
Daddy-
piloting.
Daddy in the chat.
Daddy's in the chat. That's right.
As all you know, tonight's a pre-recorded interview with Mr. Michael Crawford,
Mm-hmm.
the owner and founder of CrawfordCityUSA.com.
Yes.
He's been doing it since 2009.
Wow, great memory.
Well, I'm going to read an article about a customer finding one of the electronics, one electronic from customer gallery at Disneyland, the near one, back underneath the Hard Magic New Bucky. No,
Is this one of the stories he's going to tell?
no. I
Okay.
can say that forward.
I hope you weren't telling one of the stories that's in the interview. It looks like somebody has a birthday.
Yes, and happy birthday to Crazy Mike.
You got the first visit button up.
Oh, bye, Mike!
Ooh.
I forgot we have different buttons.
We have different buttons. We need...
Here you go, Mike. Here's your birthday.
Yay.
Here's the... I'm celebrating my 55th birthday today.
Yay!
So go and clap for Mike, everyone. Please do it on that
Well,
end.
nobody can see your hands because the button's into it.
Oh.
There you go. They look like little ears.
Well,
You're so
all right.
silly. So, you want to tell everybody, tell them like this, hi to everybody? There's Grandma. Grandma's here.
everyone say hello to my grandma, Miss Kathleen
Baron.
Barron, in the chat. She is on Facebook right now. So make her tell her hello and click me on Facebook in the comment.
So we wish Mike a happy birthday. So we say hi to Byron. And who
Yeah.
else? Who else do we have to say hi to?
Oh, wait, look there.
I know,
Yeah.
but you're saying hi to them.
Oh.
So hi to
Well-
Mary and to Byron and to Jonathan
Yeah.
and to Skipper Dad Kevin
Hi, my
and,
daddy.
and Grandma.
Well,
So I think it's time to get started with the interview. What do you think? How do you and the interview? It was conducted by Emma and Kevin.
well,
I'm just co-pilot tonight while the interview plays. So we hope you enjoy the interview. So you ready?
well,
Bibbity, bobbity.
but
Boop.
enjoy, guys.
Oops.
Yeah. Welcome, Mr. Michael Crawford to my show.
Hi, how's it going?
Good fun. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Are you ready?
She's in a particularly good mood to talk to you, so thank you again for doing that.
Oh well, I'm happy to be here. So yeah,
So-
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and everybody in the chat, y'all welcome Michael to the show. progresscityusa.com. Go check out the website. But we have 10 questions. First 5 are about you, and then the last 5 are the fun 5. So if you're ready, we'll kick it off with number 1.
All right.
All right, here is number 1.
When did you first become a Disney fan?
Oh, before I can even remember, one of my very, very, very first memories was going to see Cinderella in the theater. It's probably the first movie I can remember seeing in a theater back when they would put the old movies out in theaters again. And then when I was 5, we went to Disney World, and I can barely remember that. So as far back as I can remember, I was a big fan. And, you know, luckily I grew up in a time when the Disney Channel, and when after school there would be an hour of Wonderful World of Disney on the TV where I grew up. And so I got to see all the old stuff that's really hard to find now. But all of the Walt era stuff was on all the time. So I was really able to get really into it. So as long as I can remember, I've been a fan.
One of our biggest challenges, I think, with Disney Plus is that all that stuff isn't there.
Yeah.
You know, all the I remember when I was young, it's a long time ago, but Disney Channel used to have all the, you know, like the making of Epcot and the behind the scenes stuff and all. That was amazing. You know, they really need to put that on there if they can. I don't know if there's a reason they don't, but they really should.
I think they want to keep it archived.
Maybe so. Oh, I think Mr. Michael was
sorry about that.
No, you're right. And that would be great to have all that stuff. And it made you a better fan, like when you were a kid, because you got to learn all about how things were made and who the people were who worked on the things. And you got to be as big a nerd as you wanted to be.
That's exactly right. That's probably where it pushed me into it. All right, you ready for number 2?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What is CrawfordCityUSA.com and why was it created?
Well, that's my website, and I started that a long time ago because I thought a lot about Disney in my spare time, and, you know, was always digging into the history of things and messing around, and thought it would be a fun place to put all these things that I found that I thought were interesting and that other people might find were interesting. So I just started it up, not thinking it would become a big thing. And it sort of took over. It became the thing that I was doing most of the time. When I was supposed to be doing normal work, all I was thinking about was website work. So it kind of got me on a whole nother path going towards the Disney thing.
There you go. What did it start with? What were some of the first things you posted? Or was it like blog stuff, or was it archive stuff, or what?
Oh, it was just blog stuff, just blogging about Disney and just whatever I came across and whatever I was thinking about at the time, and just anything and everything. But it ties back to, you know, what we were talking about a minute ago, growing up with this stuff. There's a lot of stuff you remember that people today might not be aware of. So it was just a way of getting that stuff out there and just being silly, basically.
It's a lot of fun. And that's some of what Emma's been doing with her show, is just talking to people, sharing memories and learning about things. And it's been really a lot of fun to do. So I definitely can understand that. It's come as a passion, but it becomes more of a vocation before it's over with. Sure. So, all right, are you ready for number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. There's number 3.
The Progress City Radio Hour is your podcast. What are some of your favorite memories of hosting that show so far?
Right. Go ahead.
I think her annoying. And what direction will it take in the future?
Well, some of my favorite memories are the people we talked to, which I'm sure you understand. Doing interviews with people who worked on Disney things and really contributed to things that I grew up loving, and being able to talk to them and find out the stories behind things has been super exciting, and especially people who not everybody knows. So that's always exciting to get people who aren't already, household names, and get their stories out there. So that's been a lot of fun. And working with my brother is fun, and it's been good. It's been a good hobby during COVID to keep us busy and keep us in touch. So that's been a lot of fun.
There you go. My brother lives in Emma's uncle lives in New Orleans, and we don't see him nearly enough. I'd love to come up with something we could do together like that. That would be cool.
It's a good way to do it. It keeps us in touch.
Yeah. So anybody in particular that you'd recommend people go listen to?
Oh my gosh. We have, the first interview that we did was somebody that I had interviewed for research a long time ago named Frank Static.
Okay.
And he started work at Disney when Walt was still there. And he should be a Disney legend because he worked on the World's Fair. He worked on Disney World and Epcot and Tokyo and all sorts of things. So I would start with him because he's a great resource.
Episode number 1. There you go. Start with number 1. That's great. Cool. Okay. Are you ready for number 4? Okay. Here's number 4.
You recently created the Crawford City Public Library. What is that, and how can people access the materials available? Is the Crawford City Primer part of that project?
The primer is not part of that project. The primer is something just that I wrote based on things that I had written for the website and some new things that I put together. It's just 33 random stories about Disney history. Okay. And people can find that on Amazon, or there are links on my website on progresscityusa.com.
Well, that's one we don't have, so we need to do that. We'll get one of those for you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
And but the Progress City Public Library is something I started because I have all this stuff. If you could see the room, there's stuff everywhere, and documents and books and things that I use when I'm writing as research when I'm writing stories, but a lot of people don't have access to. It's harder to find these things these days. And so I thought it would be fun to share with other people. And so I've just been scanning things, and I put it up on the Internet Archive, which is a great resource because you can put anything you want up there, and people can go look and can go download. And it's a lot of fun.
I've been and I don't know if you have stuff from this time or not, because it's more, I guess it's in a way it's more recent. My wife and I have marched in one of the Tencennial parades at Walt Disney World.
You have to find Daddy.
And I've found very limited stuff on that. I would love to see, more of what they did during that time. I remember the trumpeters. I remember marching. We have one of the little medallions that was on Main Street and stuff, but I can't find a whole lot,
Careful.
Yeah, we found this
You also have that
online
button.
at one of the flea markets.
You also have that button.
Yeah, I have a button too. But it was supposed to be on, like they do the Mickey Pumpkins. It was supposed to be on some kind of banner.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd love to find more about that. So maybe I need to check that out. See, do you know if you have anything out there for that?
I've got old issues of Eyes and Ears of Walt Disney World from that era. So I'm sure
it's going to be there. I'm sure.
About it in there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What about Animal Kingdom?
I don't have things that go that far yet, but I'll be getting there.
Okay.
He's doing it probably a timeline.
Oh, timeline style.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that is Epcot.
Oh, plenty of Epcot.
Yeah, Epcot was 82, so that's a long way from. Emma was born the same month that Animal Kingdom opened, so she has this connection to Animal Kingdom because of that.
I'm only 12 days older than it.
Yeah, she's 12 days older than Animal Kingdom.
And Animal Kingdom opened on Earth Day.
That's right.
And my birthday is the 10th.
That's right.
I'm way older than Animal Kingdom.
Me too.
I'm a little jealous, but
I'm a couple of years older than Disney World.
You're the favorite alcoholic back in that Disney World.
That's right. I'm about the same age as a Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. All right. So you good with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Number 5.
The last one of the good night. What did I say?
I don't know where you're going with this. All
I
right.
don't
Read the
know.
question.
Okay. We haven't talked about your quote day job yet. What do you do for a career and why did you choose that path?
Well, I'm a writer, and I write actually for Disney about all sorts of different things. But what started me on it was the blog, because
Wow.
I was doing other things. So I was doing, helping with like research back. I'm from North Carolina, so back in Chapel Hill, at the university, I was a research assistant, and did kind of office job kind of things, and wound up in an office job that I didn't really like at all. And I enjoyed blogging and writing about Disney, and so I thought maybe I should start doing more of that. And so thankfully there are a lot of nice people out there who read the things that I wrote and got in touch and started saying, well, maybe we have things you can do. So I started writing some for D23, the fan club.
Oh, yeah.
And wrote some stories for their magazine and helped with some events for, Epcot's 25th anniversary and Epcot's 30th anniversary, and which is a long time ago now. And so that just got me started. So people being really nice and liking the things that I wrote, but it all started with the blog.
Weren't we there for the 30th?
I think so.
We were there for the 30th at Epcot.
And
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Commercial Weekly were still around.
Yeah, they were still doing that YouTube show. That's right. But yeah, so we were there for that. That was pretty cool. We were hoping to be there for this time around, but the hurricane kind of messed up our plans.
It sure did. Yes.
But so
were
anyway.
y'all okay now?
Oh, well, yeah. We don't know where you are, so we didn't know if you were in Florida.
No, I'm in Florida, and I'm fine. I got really
good.
So thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, well. So are there any projects that you worked on that you could talk about, like just kind of background on how you got involved or anything like that?
Well, it started with the D23 things, with the events and writing for the magazine and website, and then I started doing some things for Walt Disney Imagineering. I don't know if you've seen, there's an exhibit in the Japan Gallery at Epcot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which I really love. I was the show writer for that, and that was so much fun. It was super, super fun. So some galleries and other things like that, and then some bigger things that I can't talk about, but were also fun. Right. And but yeah, I love those little galleries in Epcot. Those are always so much fun.
I would say we probably go in there just about every time. Emma is a big fan of Japan and anything from Japan. She's a big gamer, so Kirby is one of her favorites.
Oh, nice.
So the whole cute, the kawaii thing is something we actually did an image. I can't think of what it was called, but it was sort of like that of her with Kirby running that we used for.
My gaming poster.
A medal. I can't remember. We used it for a Fiesta medal here in San Antonio for the first time she did for Fiesta Special.
It was my poster.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's along that style. So that's something that Emma has.
I think it's in the dining room.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Probably.
Well,
that's where I put it.
Well, we'll see if we can find one of your medals or something to show when we air the interview. But yeah, so that's one of her favorites.
There is one in my drawer in my bedroom.
Okay, you want to go get it?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick.
I'll be back.
All right, quick.
On the fly.
Well, she said to keep chatting. Okay. But anyway, yeah, no, that's definitely something we've seen many times.
That's great. I'm so glad when people go and I mean, it was so much fun to research because you can imagine all those crazy characters and
Yeah.
all the
And the culture is so different because it's just understanding why it exists, and why they do what they do it's something completely different than we're used to.
yeah,
But
absolutely. And that's
yeah,
really what we wanted to show was, like the roots of where all this came from. And it all ties together back through history. And you never really think about the connection of why there are these crazy cute characters, but there's a
yeah.
reason, they came from somewhere. So,
And it's turned into a lot. I mean, the stuff you see now, I mean, there's so much anime that you can find, not only just online, but on the streaming channels and
mhm.
everything else. So it's definitely gone through the culture, without a doubt. How long ago was that? I can't remember.
That was, gosh, probably about 5 or more years now. It's been a
Okay.
while.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this was her little character. It's
It's
probably going to be hard to see because that's okay. But this was her little,
Oh, I could see it. Yeah.
she's holding her purse. But in the poster, it had a Kirby running with a real face like, they're going to save the day or something.
That's fun. That's
So it
really
was really
great.
cute. So we used that for her thing. Fiesta Especial was back in 2019. Is a program that's like a royal court here in San Antonio. Fiesta is like Mardi Gras, but more family friendly. And she was the Duchess that year in the court. They had to raise money for nonprofits.
Oh, wow.
And this year, currently, it happened in April. She's the queen of the court. So she did a different kind of medal for that this year. But that was her first one, and it was based on that whole, Japanese kawaii thing.
That's super cool. Yeah.
I don't know why she left. She could have left it right here. You coming back? Sorry about this.
Everything in its place.
She's impulsive. But okay, doke. Oh well. Anyway, we do appreciate you doing this. This has been a lot of fun so far. We got the fun questions coming up too. Oh goodness. So what's the latest project? What are you working on for your website or for maybe an upcoming interview?
Oh my gosh. Well, the latest thing we're starting is Epcot, talking about Epcot for the podcast because, it just turned 40. So we are going to be talking about that. And we've got a great interview coming up with Doris Hardoon, who was just named a Disney legend.
Okay.
And she is just a delightful person, just a super nice person, and somebody who was there. She worked on the land with Rolly Crump, and she went on to be like designer on Shanghai Disneyland. I mean, she's been there for so long. So she has plenty of great stories, as you might imagine.
That's some of the stuff. It's like you love hearing the stories because it gives you that a little bit of insight of being there. When all that stuff's happened. But there was a person that was on something that was streaming. I think it was on one of the websites that Disney did. And they were talking about, Epcot has this long history and all these things. And the person that was talking was probably Emma's age. So I was thinking it's sort of like, boy, you don't even remember. Because I remember going in 82. It was very different. And to me, it was just exciting. All the world of motion and the horizons and all the universe of energy when it was, the original one. It's just so different than what it is today.
But the good news is Disney actually put Horizon when you go onto the 40th
They did
anniversary.
for the Spaceship Earth light show, right?
The fact is they didn't do the turning clear thing for
That's okay.
innovation.
Yeah, I remember going that first year, and they had some type of fireworks show. I couldn't say what it was. But they did a laser thing on Spaceship Earth that looked like the continents rotating.
Yeah.
I was like 12 or 13. That blew me away. I could not believe, it was a lot of just wow, when you went there back then. And I guess it is still in a way, but it's just very different.
It is different. Yeah. Original Epcot is my true love. Those original shows are that's really where my heart is. Absolutely. There may be some better video out there somewhere, but we've watched all of the ride throughs that people probably did with the giant cameras. Yeah.
But I would love for her to have seen that. She she'd flip. We did an interview a year or so ago with Ron Schneider.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was so much fun because he talked about how different it was from being a performer. He was a performer at Golden Horseshoe, and then to go out and do these one-on-one kind of things was very, very different. And how he was out there doing that before the pavilion even opened, and people didn't know who the character was. He said it was like I had to introduce myself for them to know. So it was really cool. There's got to be some amazing stories from back then. So we'll have to catch on that. We'll have to catch that episode.
Don't forget, Figment is turning 40 years old next year.
Figment, yep, he's gonna be 40 years old too. Looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Truly.
He aged better than me.
But they're bringing the character back.
They are.
I know.
They're using it for a lot of things now. So, are you ready for the fun five?
Are
All
you
right.
ready, Mr. Michael Crawford?
I am ready.
I think he's ready. So the fun five, number 6.
If you could have a whole year's supply of any Disney Parks snacks, what snack would it be? Or
I would have a citrus swirl from I guess it's now I can't remember. They changed the names of everything in Adventureland, but
They swapped
citrus
them.
swirl from Adventureland. They swapped them to Sunshine Tree Terrace in
Yeah.
Adventureland. Absolutely. That's my favorite.
There you go. What would you have?
didn't they put orange bird though?
Well, they're using Orange Bird, I think, again for different
Mhm.
things.
Oh, okay.
But the citrus swirl is the orange one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What would you have?
The melted butter popcorn from Main Street USA.
Melted butter popcorn. That's all.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. That's
I
my
haven't been able. We haven't found. I didn't find them last time we were there. I don't think. But they make these little, well, not little, these big chocolate chip cookies that are real thick, that are like a Minnie's Bakery brand or something.
Oh yeah.
There's just something different about those that I'd take a crate of if somebody sent them to me. All right. Are you ready for number 7?
Yeah.
All right. Here's number 7.
If you could live at any Disney Park resort hotel, which one would it be?
That is a very good question. And gosh, I'm just tempted to say the Polynesian because, I haven't been to obviously any of the ones in Japan or France or anything like that. But, I love the Polynesian, and
Yeah.
it's so, it's just such a great atmosphere. So I think I'd probably have to say that.
That's a good one.
They're actually making a BBC over there.
Yeah, they're building a DVC there.
And some people say about the concept art, it looks like a Four Seasons hotel.
Like a different hotel. Why don't you, which one would you pick if you could live in one? You've said a few different ones over the years, the last couple of years. Would you Contemporary, Animal Kingdom Lodge?
Oh, that's better.
Which one?
The Contemporary.
Contemporary? That's the first one you stayed in when you were 4. So
Yeah.
that's probably the one you remember.
Yeah.
I think Animal Kingdom Lodge. We were talking to somebody recently, and they said that if they could live in the lobby of the Animal Kingdom Lodge, they'd take that.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be bad. No,
That's
the
amazing.
food's good too, so you can't.
Oh
beat
my goodness, yeah. Oh, you walk in, the food smell hits you in the face, and it's just so good. But yeah, there's a lot of them. We got to stay one time. This was back in 2009 or so, when the real estate went down and everything was bad. They had some kind of special rate on concierge rooms at the Polynesian, and we stayed there one time, and it was 4 or 5 days, something like that. It was much less expensive than I would have thought back then. And it was just the neatest thing because you could watch the fireworks and all from the lobby. I mean, from the lounge, and the food and drinks and all that other kind of stuff.
Wait,
That was a cool experience, but that is
Right.
a cool hotel overall.
you can consummate. That means suites.
Concierge rooms. Yeah, that's the one that has the little
big-
lounge with the food and all that
the
stuff.
big area. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the Hawaii building. It's the one right on the beach.
Oh.
Something like that. Yeah. So anyway.
Oh.
But that was a few years ago. That was quite a while. But that is a really cool hotel.
Yeah.
All right, number 8. You ready? Okay. Here's number 8.
If you could only visit one Disney park in the future, which Disney park would you choose?
That is a tough question.
You can go as many times as you want, but only one park.
Only one park.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I would probably have to say, and again, not having been to like the overseas parks, so I can't really say about that.
Right.
I would probably say Magic Kingdom, just because, it's good to go when the train is running. The train isn't running.
Yeah,
When the train is running, just to ride. I just love to go and ride the train around 3 or 4 times, and then it has a lot of good hangout attractions like Carousel Progress and the
Yeah.
Tiki Room and the Country Bears and the Wedway. Just, you don't have to wait in a big line. You can just go and enjoy it and just relax. So I think I would probably pick that one.
I think Emma was probably born, I don't know, a few years too late, because she would love, like, we've watched the video of If You Had Wings and some of the older ones.
Delta Flight.
Dream Flight. It was Delta Dream Flight. Yeah.
And If You Have Wings after it, and then it came Buzz Lightyear
Right.
playing with a friend, and apparently on the side, the cloud is still there.
The cloud is still there from the original. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I loved If You Had Wings. I loved Dream Flight. We've got video somewhere of my brother and I one night at Magic Kingdom where the crowds were really low, or it was really late or something like that. And we rode Dream Flight, went through, then ran from the exit back to the entrance because there wasn't any line, and went through like 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
Just because we could. So that was great.
Yeah, that's cool.
They also kept the old wind tunnel.
Oh yeah, that's right. They had that. I remember it's like a sand sailing boat. It had wheels, but that was one of the things you saw, that you were going through the desert with this big shell kind of projection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was just a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
There really was, and there still is. But I mean, that was more classic of what I remember as a kid. But yeah, I think my first time was probably in the late 70s.
Oh.
But I don't remember much then. I remember more in the early 80s when we went for a Tencennial. But so Magic Kingdom, what about you?
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
It doesn't have the most attractions, but
I know.
you'd be happy going there if that's the only park you could go to.
Not really, because I don't know if that blue sky idea is going to come through or not.
Not really. It's okay. You'll have to reconsider that at some other date, I guess.
I think I choose probably Hollywood Studio.
Because of all the new stuff?
Because of Tower of Terror.
Oh, because Tower of Terror.
And I know Mark Silverman.
That's right. That's right. She interviewed Mark Silverman, who does the voice, the voice for
Rod Serling.
Rod Serling. Yeah.
Cool.
So Tower of Terror is one of her favorites. She's still trying to get me on it, but I'm like, I don't know about that one.
You can hold my hand.
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. You can do it.
Really? I'm like, I feel like it. I don't know. Maybe one day, but it freaks me out. I love the design of the thing. I love the theming, everything about it. I just can't get on it for some reason. But anyway.
Because you have fear of heights.
Yes, I do have a little bit of height problem.
See, I hate height. I hate heights, but that ride doesn't bother me because you're so enclosed.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
I feel you on the heights. I hate heights. But
okay, well, maybe it's not that bad then. I keep thinking, I'm going to feel like I'm way up in the sky, and that's going to freak me out. But
no, you're so far into the building that you don't feel like you're out there,
Okay. Well, that might be worth it then.
Did you know when you Hollywood Studio? Did you know that they actually already put the Christmas stuff up on there last year when Halloween was going on?
Oh, they haven't started Christmas decorations
I
yet.
thought that Hollywood Studio
Last year? Oh, maybe last year. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
They did different things last year because it was still during all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for number 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could build any Disney park attraction or extinct one in your backyard, which attraction would you build?
Yeah, so it could be current or extinct, right?
I would build Horizons from Epcot because that is my all-time favorite ride.
Yep. See, it's just when you look at the video online, there's some that have the 3 different exits, you know, that you can kind of see. And I told her it was just the coolest thing because you pushed a button and you voted basically which one you would see. And it's like, I'd never seen anything like that before. You can choose how the ride ends. That's just the coolest thing.
I think that's like a multiple ending sequence that they go.
Yeah. It was really,
and it was always a big debate. It's like, which one are we going to pick? I mean,
that's right.
Which one is it going to be?
So what about it drew you to that one? What was your favorite part of that?
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, all those rides like World of Motion and Imagination and Horizons and Spaceship Earth were all like 15 minutes long. So you got real bang for your buck when you waited for those, because you could sit back and relax and have like a 15-minute show with animatronics and special effects and cool movie scenes. And you know, they had the part in the middle with the big Omnimax screen with the computer, the DNA strand on it, CGI. And it was all stuff you'd never seen before. And it was just cool. It was just so cool. And sort of optimistic and futuristic and all things you had never seen before. So that was always fun.
That was the thing. It was, you know, as a kid, I guess we didn't realize, but it's educational while at the same time you were enjoying it, because World of Motion had a lot of that comedy built into it, you know, the characters built into it, and yet you were learning something. Same thing with Spaceship Earth. You know, the narration and all has changed, but you know, some of the scenes I could still remember, you know, where the gags were in these things. And there's some pieces I don't remember very much, but that would be one I think you would love to see. Yeah. So we did, Emma, she does trivia too. So we've done trivia on all of these.
We're doing it again for Halloween on Saturday night.
She's got
into that guy.
She's got a Haunted Mansion month, so she's doing trivia for Saturdays. But over the year, a couple of years, she's done a bunch on the different things, and so we've had a chance to kind of research at least some of it, you know, to a little bit of a level to get 15 trivia questions out of them. But it's just neat to watch the old stuff, and I just wish the video quality was better, because I'd love to do one of those, you know, what do you call the virtual reality versions? That would be awesome.
Me too.
So anyway, all right. All right. Well, this is the last question.
Wait, you didn't talk about mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which one would you build? As if I didn't know. Let me pretend.
Well, maybe I made my one came through already.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
Build a Haunted Mansion at Disney World.
The Disney World Haunted Mansion.
I'll ask the past spirit, all three, and the others who have worked on the haunted that can come haunted.
You are weird. So she said she'd build the Haunted Mansion from Disney World. And she would, of course, put the Hatbox Ghost in, because now they're going to do that anyway. So she's happy about that. She's thrilled.
And probably making a duplicate of him.
Yeah. But the creepy thing is, she would ask the ghosts of Paul Frees and other people who worked on it to come haunt her haunted mansion.
It can be like their episode now.
We have somewhere an 8x10 publicity shot of Paul Frees.
Oh, that's
she's the Paul Frees fan.
Oh, it's in my background.
You don't have to go get it, but yeah, it's with him with the microphone, like the old 40s
That's
announcer, you know.
Fantastic.
It's very cool.
We got from Australia.
Yeah, I found it online, and we got shipped from Australia. It took forever to get here.
Oh wow!
But it's
I think it's a time zone, right?
No, it's a long way away. It takes a while.
He's the best. He's so good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
amazing. All righty, you good now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, last one, big one,
Yeah.
number 10.
If you could ask Walt Disney one question right now, what would you ask him and why?
Oh, that's a tough question. There's so many questions to ask him. Gosh.
Take your time. No need to rush.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. I would be so starstruck. It would have to be something about Epcot, I think, because that was the last big thing that he was thinking about.
Yeah.
And I just would like to know more about what he was thinking about what it would be like, because, what he was thinking was so different from what we got. And a lot of people didn't know, because he had just started thinking about it when he passed away. And we never really got to hear all of his ideas about it. So I think that's probably what I would ask about, for just him to expand on what his thinking was, about
And
it.
that's a good point, because I didn't know, at least over the years, I don't remember hearing a lot of detail of what it was going. I mean, you can see the model that we can see today. You can see some of the other stuff, the video or the film that he did. But I saw some, I guess it was concept art not long ago, that what it looked like was there was a Tam O'Shanter restaurant was going to be.
And what?
The Tam O'Shanter that we went to eat at, remember? When we went to Glendale and all that?
Oh.
The restaurant we ate at. There was going to be a version of that he had drawn into with concept art of Epcot, or what his Epcot was going to be.
Oh. They did the model. They put that in the model.
Yeah, I don't think it was in the model, but it was in some art that was.
There's definitely art to that.
Yeah. We did a couple of years ago, we did Disneyland for the first time.
Oh.
And that was so much fun. We're planning to go back in April, hopefully, for her birthday. But we did a day. This one took a day from the park. She wanted to go to Walt's grave, so we would put some flowers for him and Lillian.
We're doing that again.
We went to the Tam O'Shanter for lunch.
Great.
And we went to the merry-go-round, and we went to Walt's Barn. It was open that Sunday.
Oh, that's so much fun.
So we had a really good day. It was a Sunday. We got to do a bunch of stuff. That's where she met Mark Silverman, and you met.
I cried hugging him.
What was his name that did the book that you interviewed him?
David
Dave Koenig. Yeah, he wrote the book called The 55ers, and he was there. And Emma we got a picture of that. We didn't know anything about it at the time, but we did that.
He also wrote a book about Columbo.
Yeah, he wrote a book about Columbo. She's a fan of Columbo too.
Yeah, he did. That's right. Yeah.
She's a fan of all the old TV shows, Adam 12 and Emergency and
that's awesome.
Dragnet, all that. She was born a little too late, I think, for all that. She would have enjoyed it. But yeah, so that was cool. So yeah, that was it. It would be so hard. We had so many, because Emma likes to ask this question to everyone, and we've had people talk about, one of the serious questions was, why didn't you quit smoking? It's like, well, people back then may not have known as much as we do now.
Exactly. That's
right. But the fact that he was, the story goes anyway, that he was talking to Roy before he passed, and they were, looking up at the tiles and planning out where things were going to be in Disney World, Walt Disney World. And
I thought it was Epcot now.
Well, this was Walt Disney World. But and then the other thing we had on here for a while is like, what would you ask Roy, right?
I like to include him.
Because without Roy, there'd be no Walt Disney World.
Yeah, Roy could get more recognized.
Recognition. Right. Recognition.
More recognition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roy needs to be more recognized
for what he did.
For what he did, and be more loved.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He needs more love at the park. What Disney actually did for Disney's encampment after getting an end.
Yeah, they did a little bit of that. They finally fixed it to where they added some stuff for them now. But yeah, some of the things we learned last year around the 50th, because you did trivia for that.
Yeah.
Was that it was supposed to have been Roy's idea to do the lake, so that there was more of a sense of arrival to the park.
Yeah.
And to add Walt's name to the front. And there was a lot of things that would just be very different without him. So, as much as Walt contributed and did and had the vision, if it wasn't for Roy, we wouldn't be here where we are today. And the company's affected the world and the country so much. I don't know what we'd be without Walt Disney and his brother, so
Absolutely. Agreed.
that's cool.
Well,
Well, that's all the questions. Is there anything else you want to talk about or share that we can get out there with the folks that watch?
No, I just encourage everybody, if they're interested, to listen to the podcast. You can find that at podcast.progresscityusa.com. And hopefully they'll enjoy it. Listen to some of those interviews, because there are a lot of really cool people who deserve to have their stories told. So you can find all the links right there on the website.
There you go, progresscityusa.com.
Yeah.
You want to say thank you?
thank you, Mr. Mario Crawford. Hold on.
Mark Crawford.
Thank you, Mr. Michael Crawford.
Michael Crawford. Why did I say Mark? What is wrong with me today?
I have a cousin named Mark, so
Oh, okay.
He's not here. It's you.
Well, Michael got up to
It's been
your
a long day
cousin.
at work today.
Michael
thank
got
you.
up to your cousin.
Yeah. And to your brother. Thanks to your brother for us also for everything he's done.
Oh,
I'm
That's
sorry,
awesome.
they're coming on to my show.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a
well.
pleasure.
Well, this is awesome. Thank you so much for doing it. And if you ever have stuff you want to do, or if I'm sure Emma's going to want to invite you back, if that's okay, we'd love to reach out to you.
Absolutely. I'm always here.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much. What are you going to say? One more thanks?
Yeah.
And
What?
what? Oh, well.
We need to do blooper.
You need to do bloopers? This would be part of it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Okay. Well, thank Mr. Michael again. I was about to do it again. I know. It's been a long day. I had to get to work before 7 today. It's been a long day.
No.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Michael Crawford, for coming onto my show.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And all righty. Good night. Have a great one.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, we're back, guys. I like it. I like
was
it. The
great.
comment below.
I love how you crack up at the end.
Yeah.
Those are some really good questions. I enjoyed that interview. I enjoy all the interviews, but it's been a while since we've had one. Well, we did the coffee one, but it's been a while since we Emma and Skipper Dad Kevin have done one. So I enjoyed watching them two sit together. And thank you again to Mr. Michael Crawford for taking time out of your schedule to talk with Talking Mickey, Emma, and Skipper Dad Kevin. Skipper Dad Kev. Daddy. Daddy. Okay.
Oh.
Talk to your friends.
Well.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Yes, Emma and her dad did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Mom, be careful. You're drinking in your mouth.
Emma's being extra cautious with her old mama. What you going to?
I do have a question that's in this video. Who is Nikki, and why does he want he need to take on my trivia? Because I am now.
But see, sweetie, we don't know what they were talking about because we may have moved on to another topic.
I know they were talking about trivia.
Okay, but that they were talking to each other. That's why we tell you.
And don't pay attention.
Well, we want you to pay attention to the chat, but we don't want you to focus so much on it that we lose track of what's being talked about. We tell our buddies hi. We answer their questions. That's what we do. John said maybe we could add some more questions. You know what we used to do? They used to do 10 questions and then the fun 5.
But we're doing them 4 turns, so it takes less of their time on.
Right.
People think they have jobs and other things to do in life.
Well, okay. But the thing is, sometimes we were losing viewers when the questions went when the shows were running too long. So short and sweet, we learned all the information we need to learn, and then the fun 5. It's more. I enjoyed the fun 5 as much as the original question, the other questions. So what do we have coming up, babe? Do we need to? We need to go to
Let me do it.
to brand.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we need to do? Your social media.
This is my website, talkingmickey.com. If y'all would like to go check it out. Daddy needs to update again.
Daddy will update it in due time.
Okay.
And where else can we find you?
You can also join my Facebook group called Picking Friends of Family.
Kevin and I are moderators on the group. It is a private group. We do need to update the photo because we have more than 317 members now.
You know what? Okay.
But okay. And lastly is her page, Talking Mickey Project YouTube channel.
Which you can go follow on Facebook.
Follow on Facebook, 2 Facebook pages. And since Brian's on here while he's on his Walt Disney World trip.
In 10 days.
No, he's.
Oh, wait,
he's
9 days. 9 days. I forgot.
That's
wait,
right,
is it 9 days?
Brian? Yes. 9 days. So we're gonna be saying happy birthday to no, he's at we'll be saying happy birthday to him again when he's in Disney World for his birthday.
His birthday was a few days ago though.
Yes, but it's his birthday trip.
Oh, his related birthday trip.
It's still his birthday trip.
I know.
Just like Grace took her birthday trip that she didn't know about because her birthday is next week and they took her to Disney
My firework is many of them are walking.
It's not a spoiler. They've been gone and come back.
Oh.
He's so silly.
Okay.
All right, but Brian is our partner channel. So we share Brian's and Brian shares ours. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you wear Skipper Dad's hat? It's way back there. And I don't want to get up. Don't want y'all to see. I'm in my yoga pants. I don't want y'all to see that. So what do we need to show next, Peanut? Is it sponsors?
Yeah.
Oop, wrong button.
I think y'all might need to start the thing on tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Trivia thing for Friday, Saturday.
We got it. We're covered.
Okay.
So our first sponsor is Storybook Trips by Miss Bridget Langford.
I got it.
But you had the hiccups, so I was talking. Oh gosh. Now she's spitting on me.
Okay, let me start over. For the clip by McCricket Laker. McCricket Laker is our specifically travel planner. If you're looking to book your newest trip to Disney World, land, favorite places in the country, or cruises, or other places in the world, go to storybooktrip.com/Cricket Laker and book your today. Junior Kino Cafe. Junior Milani is our dear friend, and he milks very old coffee and it's organic. And he has a store on a website called BillyInc.org/store. You can find his goodies there. You might need to send a note out to Miss Alma if you want to buy anything, or they need y'all access to send them out to y'all.
Okay.
Again, go to BillyInc.org/store to purchase your organic Junior Kino Cafe coffee today. And Mike Mutney, Beyond Disability Podcast. Beyond Disability Beyond Disability Texas Podcast is my mom's channel, and she's gonna be working on more videos in the future, so you all stay tuned for that. She also The podcast is about for those who are frequently cramming or not, who need special resources or how to get those resources.
Very good.
For you to learn about.
And last
Yeah.
but not least,
Special thanks to all my Patreons. We do a Patreon last Sunday of the month, which will be on the 30th of April. Please mark your calendar for that. It's also right before Halloween, so beware of the kitty going click the kitty on the next time. So yeah, that's my Patreon. Y'all want to go help out on there? We usually get it to only a few people, but we need a lot more.
okay.
Anyway.
Let's go back to the comments real quick. There's two that I
Let
want
me
you to
see.
pull up.
Let me see.
John Alonzo with the McDonald's buckets. Right there.
Oh,
Melissa, have you gotten any Halloween buckets from McDonald's yet? Technically, not me, but Skipper Dad Kevin did. He ordered lunch while we were out and about today. We were going to be in line to get it, but the line at the one McDonald's we stopped at would have taken us a full hour.
yeah.
So then we decided to
But
go.
my daddy had it.
But he got the ghost, so he calls it the MacBoo. That's a witch. It's like, ooh, I don't know. And I go to Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Anthony writes,
Hold on.
wait a second.
Wait.
It might not be his first visit. It might be his first time in the chat.
Oh. But yeah, you don't know.
Yes, I don't know. So go ahead.
Here you go, Anthony Davis. If you're new to go, welcome. And welcome to the live chat and live stream. Hope your visit on the live stream is going well for you right now. Have a great evening, sir.
I'm on the south side of San Antonio. I saw that Whataburger cup. Yes, indeed. It's full of Diet Dr. Pepper. So,
Well,
what's coming up?
oh yeah. Let me get there.
So, trivia this Saturday night is going to be about the...
Mama, hold on.
I know what it's about.
Oh no, Mama.
She's got her elbow in her arm.
Where is it? The Daddy Hank?
Nope.
Oh,
It's number 28 right there.
that's Mystic Manor.
Oh, it's Mystic Manor.
Yeah.
My bad. All right, it's not that one.
The guy and Cara. But what you're thinking, have on.
Put your thinking caps on. It's about the... And we're not talking about... Because there's no Tower of Terror in Anaheim anymore.
Well, California Vancouver. And don't forget at Euro, because they put
We were only talking about the one
here,
in
Disney World.
Hollywood Studios.
The famous one.
Right. And then the following Wednesday, we're going to have an interview with a Mr. Brandon.
Yeah.
Clayla.
Yeah, that's
He's an art director. He's got a cool shirt in his picture. And according to Skipper Dad Kevin, he has a lot of fun stuff that he talks about in this interview. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. And then the last Saturday of the month is the what trivia, Emma? Right there.
Oh, Walt Disney World. Hi, Evan. Wait, now you only doing Disneyland and Disney World, or does Disney World call it Magnet?
I think we're going to do a mixture of both. This is my first visit,
Mom,
and I
hold
have
on.
subscribed.
Hold
Yay, Anthony! Thank you.
Mom, you don't have to read. I can see it. I know you want to say it. Thank you, Anthony David, for subscribing, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic week this week. And be careful wherever you're going in San Antonio.
Okay, I think it's time for us to sign off. What do you think? What do you tell all your friends?
Well,
Tell your friends. Talk to your friends. Talk to your friends.
let me get it to my mind.
Let me get it right. Oh, gosh.
Okay,
You
I
are
got
something
it.
else.
Okay, I got it. As always, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Make a like, subscribe, and share this channel with your family, friends, and neighbors if you haven't yet. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't it, including the girl we are new. And make sure to tell the others and spread the word. It'll help me get more recommended on YouTube, so thank you. Saturday night going for trivia. Yeah, real good. Night guys, see you all on Saturday night for trivia.
Night, guys.